Hey, what's up everybody? This is my review of Star Wars Republic Elite Forces, Mandalorians, and Clone Troopers. This is a 7-pack action figure review. Yes, there's 7 figures in this pack, and it's a limited edition Entertainment Earth exclusive. And here's a quick look at the packaging here. And a while back I bought this on eBay for, I believe, no more than $30. And I don't think I paid more than that because while I'm a big Star Wars fan, I'm not a big Star Wars collector, but these figures really look cool. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at the figures. Okay, so as you can see here are all 7 figures outside of packaging. And as you can see here on the left, you get 2 identical ARC troopers, 2 identical clone troopers, the Mij Gilamar figure, the Dred Priest figure, and the Isabet Reau figure. So let's go ahead and take a look at the ARC troopers first. Okay, so starting off with the ARC troopers. These are identical both in the look as well as in the articulation. These are fantastic looking figures, very mean, very menacing looking, and these are one of the reasons I got this set is because of these ARC troopers. So we can take a look at the figure. Nice helmet, and the helmet does remove. I'll show you the head sculpt. Take a look at it real quick here. So this is actually one of the better head sculpts in terms of detail and paint. The other ones are not so great. But yeah, just a fantastic looking figure. You can see all the detail on the figure itself. You got this armor that's kind of loose here. It's not, cast as part of the main body, which is nice. It gives a more three-dimensional look to it. You've got this detail here with a conduit running from the back to the forearm, and you can see here you've got some nice detail with this, I guess this little control panel on his forearm. Of course, here's a look at the weapon. And his skirt is really nicely detailed. It's got some shading and has some tears. You can see there. Really nice. So as far as articulation goes, the head itself is on a ball joint. Got a ball hinged shoulders, ball hinged elbows, swivel wrists, rotation at the waist. Now the legs, or hips / legs, are the only part that's a little bit disappointing. All this is just a swivel joint. So you can go forward and back a little bit, but you can't go out. So, and that's present in all these figures, so that's somewhat of a drawback to this set, is the very basic hip articulation. But moving on, you've got ball hinged knees and ball hinged ankles. And like I said, both figures are identical in terms of detail and articulation. So let's move on to the clone troopers. So again, these clone troopers, when you get the sets, are identical. The only thing on my set is I took this figure out of pack and I lost the little antenna. So he's supposed to have the antenna. So they are identical, I just lost a part. But here's a look at the figure. Well, I'll go ahead and show you this one because this one's actually complete. So here's a look at the figure. I really like the design on the chest here. Really, really nice. You can see there. And even on his helmet, I just noticed that right there above his visor, it's like little eyes. So really, really cool detail in the paint. As I said before, it's got the antenna here. Otherwise, it's a basic, clone trooper looking figure. In terms of articulation, the head appears to be on a ball joint. There is no face sculpt. You can't remove the helmet, so but you got ball hinged shoulders, ball hinged elbows, swivel wrists. You have ab articulation in place of waist articulation, so you've got that, and these are the only figures that have that type of articulation at the ab. Again, you got the swivel hips, and these are really, really tight because if you look, if you move it forward, you can't really move it forward too far because it clashes against the armor there. You try to move it back, and the same deal, it clashes against the the butt armor there, so you really don't have much articulation at all at the hip. Then you have ball hinged knees and ball hinged ankles. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look at the the three Mandalorians in the set. So now we get to the first of the three Mandalorians in the set. This is Mij Gilamar, and as you'll notice, I took his helmet off, and the reason being is the helmet tends to get stuck onto his head. So I'll go ahead and start off by showing you his unmasked head sculpt here. And as you can see, pretty plain. Nothing really fantastic about that. So his helmet goes back on for the rest of the review. And as you can see, a very nice Mandalorian helmet. I guess this is the antenna, is made of really soft plastic. You got to be careful of this, otherwise you might tear or break this off. It's really soft. He's got the backpack here, which it does come off. It just pegs into his back, like so. So that's really nice. And he's got some, battle damage here on his shoulder. Let me go ahead and adjust the light here so you can maybe see that. Some battle damage there with some silver paint apps to mimic that effect. And he got some more battle damage here on his chest, which is really nice. Nice utility belt, and even has some gold on the forearm here. Now he's got this big blaster, which is nice as well. Very nicely detailed. Head is on a ball joint. Now he's got swivel shoulders, so no ball hinges. So this has got to be probably the least articulated figure of the bunch here, because he just has swivel shoulders. He does have, well, actually, he's got just swivel elbows. I was going to say it might be a ball joint, but as you can see, it's clearly a swivel. And there is no articulation below the elbow. And swivel at the waist, and he's got the swivel hips. As you can see there, can't go out because they're just a swivel joint. He does have ball hinged knees and ball hinged ankles. So this is the least articulated figure of the group here. So now we take a look at the Mandalorian in red. This is Dred Priest. Now I should mention that he does come with the same weapon as comes with the Mij Gilamar, or Gilamar figure, which is this weapon right here. So again, I took him out of pack, and the actual weapon got lost somewhere. I'm sure it's still there, I just don't know where it is. So just to let you know, you do have that accessory with Dred Priest as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at Dred Priest. Probably, for me at least, the favorite of my of the three Mandalorians here, because for no other reason than the fact that this guy is in red and he has a name, Dred Priest. So pretty superficial reasons for liking this guy, but I do like him. You can see on his helmet he's got some silver paint to represent battle damage. Same thing on the chest here. Let me go ahead and adjust the light so you can see that better. You can see it there on the chest. On his shoulder armor here. A little bit here on the forearm. And really nice looking. And his paint apps around the visor are a gold bronze color. He does have a jetpack here, which is removable. And he comes with a little holster here, which should allow him to holster this weapon here. Again, like I said before, he does come with the rifle that comes with Mij Gilamar. It's got a utility belt here, or a belt. And we can take a look at his head sculpt here. Again, nothing fantastic, but you do get an idea of what it looks like underneath the helmet. It's got this little pouch here that's actually part of the body or part of the figure, so it's not separate or anything like that. I just noticed you have the little detail here on the torso. Articulation, it's going to be a ball jointed head. You've got ball hinged shoulders, ball hinged elbows, and what I really like is this swivel right here at the forearm, or just below the elbow. You can see that's really nice place, or nice placement of the swivel. I like it right there as opposed at the wrist, so that's cool. Swivel at the waist, and you got the swivel hips. You can see there. Ball hinged knees and ball hinged ankles. So a really cool figure. And now we come to the final figure in this review. This is Isabet Reau, and hopefully I'm pronouncing her name correctly. But yes, it is a female Mandalorian, which is quite interesting. And we'll have a closer look at the figure. Now, one of the things I think is odd about this figure is the size of the helmet in comparison with the body. The body is rather, small and slender, as you would expect from a female body, but especially with the helmet on, the helmet looks really big as compared to the rest of her body. I would say it's oversized. I don't know what you guys think, but from what I'm looking at here, it just seems like the helmet is way too big for this figure. And I'll go ahead and remove the helmet there. And even with the helmet off, I think the head is just a tad bit bigger than it should be. Maybe it's just me, but I would be curious as to what you guys think. But as you can see, she's got these ponytails here, which is kind of cool. The skirt is very nice. It doesn't have any shading, but it does have sculpting in the plastic. Plastic is a pretty firm plastic. And she's got a nice design on her breastplate with some battle damage. We got some silver there for battle damage, as well as down here on the thigh, on the knee, got some more battle damage. So nice little details like that. So I'll take another close look at her. Now, as far as articulation goes, she's got a ball-jointed head. The shoulders are ball-hinged shoulders, ball-hinged elbows, swivel at the forearm. Again, I like that a lot. Waist articulation is present, and you've got, forward movement of the leg. Again, it's just a swivel type of joint, and because of the cape, she can't really move her leg back. Ball hinged knees, and they're actually, oh no, there is a kind of a ball hinged at the ankle as well. Pretty unique figure because obviously she's a female Mandalorian. She's got the weapon here, as you can see, and this other type of weapon here, which is nice. What do I think of the set? I think overall the set is really good. I wish on at least the 3 Mandalorians that they would have engineered the ball jointed hips. That would have allowed for some more dynamic poses. You can kind of use the stands to get them in sort of dynamic poses, but I think ball jointed hips would have been better. At least for the 3 Mandalorians. I don't really care about the clone troopers. That's fine with me. But overall, I really like the set, and it's, if you can find it for cheap, then I would definitely recommend you pick it up. Again, I'm a casual Star Wars collector, so but the reason I decided to pick this up is because I like the Mandalorian look, and I like the clone troopers, especially the ARC troopers. Alright, well, this has been a review of the Star Wars Republic Elite Forces Mandalorians and Clone Troopers, an Entertainment Earth exclusive. Thanks for watching.